At 73 years old, Maria could no longer read or drive at night. The doctors said it was normal for her age. But then she discovered these 3 simple drinks that you take before bed, and in just 21 days, she could see road signs again. She could read without glasses again, and she felt independent again. If you're over 60 and feel like your vision is getting worse every day, these 3 drinks could change everything. But before I reveal what they are, you need to understand why your vision is deteriorating while you sleep. I'm Dr. Carlos Mendes, an ophthalmologist with 35 years of experience. And what I'm about to tell you might shock you. Every night while you sleep, your eyes are literally starving. You know that feeling of waking up with dry, blurry, burning eyes, as if they aged 10 years overnight? This happens because after 60, your eyes stop receiving essential nutrients during the nighttime regeneration period. Circulation decreases by 40%, tear production drops by half, and the antioxidants that protect your retina simply disappear. That's why you wake up worse than when you went to bed. But what if I told you there's a way to reverse this process using just 3 ingredients you probably already have at home? Drink 1 liquid gold. The first drink that changed the lives of hundreds of my patients is something we call liquid gold. It's made with turmeric, but prepared in a special way that multiplies its effectiveness by 2,000%. Turmeric contains curcumin, the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory in the world. And inflammation is the real cause of vision deterioration. But here's the secret that 99% of people don't know. Curcumin alone is almost useless. Your body eliminates 90% of it without absorbing it. Curcumin is fat-soluble, which means it needs fat to be absorbed. Additionally, it's quickly metabolized by the liver and eliminated before it even reaches the eyes. But when you add a pinch of black pepper, which contains piperini, and a spoonful of coconut oil, absorption increases dramatically by 2,000%. Piperini blocks the enzymes that destroy curcumin, while coconut oil provides the necessary fats for transport. When this combination reaches the eyes, curcumin begins impressive cellular repair work. It reduces inflammation in the microscopic capillaries of the retina, improves blood flow, and protects nerve cells in the optic nerve. Jorge, 68 years old, could no longer watch TV without straining his eyes. For months he complained of blurry vision and constant headaches. After 2 weeks of taking liquid gold before bed, he called me crying, "Dr. Carlos, for the first time in years I read the entire newspaper without glasses." My wife couldn't believe it, but it didn't stop there. The following month, Jorge returned to night driving, something he had given up 2 years earlier. To prepare liquid gold, you'll need 1 cup of warm plant-based milk, half a teaspoon of organic turmeric powder, a generous pinch of freshly ground black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of extra virgin coconut oil. Mix well until you form a smooth golden mixture and drink it 1 hour before bed. In 2 weeks, you'll already start to feel your eyes less dry in the morning. Drink 2. Regeneration Tea. The second drink seems harmless, but it has a secret power that even many doctors don't know about. It's chamomile tea, but not just any chamomile. It has to be pure, organic chamomile, prepared with this specific technique that extracts a compound called apigenin. Apigenin does something incredible. It turns off the stress in your eye muscles. Did you know your eyes have 6 muscles that work 16 hours a day? And after 60, they become permanently tense, cutting off the flow of nutrients to the retina. These muscles are responsible for moving your eyes up, down, sideways, and also for controlling focus when they're tensioned. They compress the blood vessels around the eyes, drastically reducing irrigation. Apigenin is a flavonoid that crosses the blood-brain barrier and binds to benzodiazepine receptors in the brain, but without causing excessive drowsiness. Instead, it sends signals to specifically relax the ocular musculature. When these muscles finally relax during the night, blood flow is restored, allowing oxygen and nutrients to reach retinal cells that were literally suffocating. And 71 years old had been complaining for months. "Doctor, it feels like I have sand in my eyes. I wake up worse than when I go to sleep." She also mentioned constant pressure behind her eyes and difficulty focusing after reading. For a few hours, I prescribed the chamomile protocol, a special tea taken 1 hour before bed, prepared with whole flowers and extended steeping time. In 10 days, she returned to the office with visibly brighter eyes. "Doctor, I don't feel that horrible pressure anymore, and for the first time in months, I wake up rested." Her eyes were no longer puffy in the morning, and she could read for hours without discomfort. To prepare Regeneration Tea, use 2 teaspoons of pure chamomile flowers into 100 milliliters of boiling water. Let it steep for exactly 10 minutes. Strain well and drink warm. The secret is in the timing. Less than 10 minutes doesn't extract enough apigenin. Drink 3. Persian Miracle. And now we come to the most powerful drink. The one I call Persian Miracle. It's made with saffron, the most expensive spice in the world. And there's a scientific reason for that. Saffron contains 2 unique compounds, curcumin and saffronol. And these compounds do something no medicine can. They regenerate the photoreceptor cells of the retina. The same cells that doctors say cannot be recovered. Photoreceptor cells are like tiny antennas in your retina. They capture light and convert it into electrical signals for the brain. After age 60, these cells begin to die at an alarming rate, especially the rods responsible for night vision. Traditional medicine has always said this degeneration was irreversible, but recent research has discovered that curcumin can stimulate the growth of new photoreceptor cells, a process called retinal neurogenesis. Saffronol, in turn, protects existing cells from oxidative stress and improves communication between them. Together, these compounds create an ideal environment for ocular regeneration. A study from the University of Sydney followed 100 people over 65 for 90 days. Half took saffron, half took placebo. The result was impressive. The saffron group showed 35% improvement in visual acuity, while the placebo group showed no improvement. Robert, 74 years old, was losing his driver's license. He could no longer see signs at night and had hit a pole 2 weeks earlier. "Dr. Carlos, if I stop driving, I lose my independence. I can't depend on others," he told me desperately. We started the Persian protocol, a specific dose of saffron before bed. 21 days later, something extraordinary happened. Robert passed the DMVI exam with flying colors. "Doctor, now I see better at night than I saw during the day 5 years ago." The saffron had literally regenerated his night vision. To prepare Persian Miracle, use 5 to 6 threads of genuine saffron in 1 cup of hot water. Let it rest for 15 minutes until the water turns intense golden. Drink slowly, savoring each sip 1 hour before bed. Implementation and transformation now. I'll teach you exactly how to use these 3 powerful drinks in practice. First, and this is very important, you should not take all 3 drinks on the same night. Your body needs to absorb 1 at a time to maximize benefits. That's why we created the rotation protocol. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday you take liquid gold to fight inflammation. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday you prepare Regeneration Tea to relax ocular muscles. And Sunday is Persian Miracle Day to regenerate retinal cells. This rotation allows each compound to work without interference from others, maximizing results. Timing is also crucial. Take any of the drinks exactly 1 hour hour before going to bed, not 5 minutes before lying down, not 3 hours before. 1 hour is the ideal time for your body to absorb nutrients and for them to start working during the nighttime regeneration period. Keep drinks always warm, never too hot or cold. Warm temperature helps absorption and signals to your body that it's time to relax. And the quantity should be small, between 150 to 200 milliliters per night, enough to be effective without overloading your bladder during sleep. Imagine waking up tomorrow with your eyes rested, hydrated, clear. Imagine being able to read the newspaper effortlessly, watch television without squinting, drive at night with total confidence. Imagine recovering the independence you thought you had lost forever. This isn't just possible, it's probable if you start today. Because while you sleep, these drinks work silently, reducing inflammation, relaxing ocular muscles, and regenerating retinal cells. In 2 weeks, you'll feel the first signs. In 1 month, the difference will be noticeable. In 2 months, you may have recovered years of lost vision. Powerful closing if you've made it this far. It's because you truly care about your vision and your independence. And I want you to understand something very important. Your age is not a sentence of deterioration. You don't need to accept that your best decades are behind you. Maria, Jorge, and Robert, they all thought it was too late. They all believed they would have to settle for a limited life, depending on others for the simplest tasks. But they proved it's possible to turn back time on your eyes. Now you have in your hands the same knowledge that transformed these people's lives. 3 simple drinks, ingredients that cost less than a doctor's visit, and that can restore years of lost vision. But knowledge without action is just information. The difference lies in what you do now, at this moment. Tonight, when you go to bed, you can choose. You can continue waking up with eyes worse than the night before, or you can take the first step to recover your vision. You can continue avoiding night driving, giving up reading, straining to watch television, or you can begin your journey back to visual independence. If this video opened your eyes to a new possibility, hit the like button now. In the comments, tell me which of the 3 drinks you'll test first: Liquid Gold, Regeneration Tea, or Persian Miracle. And if you know someone over 60 who's losing their vision, share this video. You might be saving that person's independence, restoring dignity and quality of life they thought they had lost forever. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next secrets of regenerative medicine that can transform your life after 60. Remember, your vision doesn't have to get worse with age. In fact, with the right tools, it can actually improve. I've seen this happen hundreds of times. Now it's your turn. I'm Dr. Carlos Mendes, and my mission is to prove that aging doesn't mean declining. See you in the next video, and have a good night. May your drinks work while you rest, restoring the vision you deserve to have back. Until soon, your eyes will thank you.